The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of ECTV or any entities they represent.
This week on Voice of the People, Community Access, our guest is Lee Morgan.
Lee Morgan here. Today we're at the Lookout up on the top of Music Street. I thought it was fairly important to come here today and tell Scrantonians and people in the county that, we've spent a lot of grant money and we've done a lot of things, and we keep talking about how we're gonna, cause this city to prosper again. And I hope that people will pay attention to the background of this video and see the condition that the Lookout is in. And the way I got here today is I was on one of Scranton's sites where Scrantonians come to talk, whether it's West Scranton or South Scranton or East Scranton, and they were talking about the Lookout. And some women were having discussions about how some of their children were conceived here. So, I thought, that's an idea. Let's go up and take a look at the Lookout, because I knew it was in bad shape during the Doherty administration. I had hoped that Mr. Doherty would have done something with it, but when I come here, I find out it's in more deplorable condition than it was previously. Now, I'm very troubled by the way the city spends money and how it determines projects. But if the people in the city of Scranton are like me, when I was, in my early 20s, I'd drive my Plymouth up here and we'd sit and look at the city underneath the Lookout here. And it was really a beautiful place. There was almost never a parking space here in the summer. Cars were parked here all across here. As one car left, another had come. This was really an iconic place. And since I've been here, I don't know, I think it's around noon today, and people have been coming in and out. So even now it's heavily traveled. I believe at dusk probably a lot more people come here, only because it's cooler and you can see all the lights in the city behind us here. So, I really hope that residents of the city would call the city council, would call the mayor and ask, are we gonna let this monument to the city and the WPA disappear? Because it's not even being maintained. And when you look at the video, there's big splotches of it where all the rocks are loose or gone. They're over the side here, hopefully, but maybe they have to be replaced. But we've got to save this iconic place for residents in the future, for the citizens of this city. And I hope you agree with me. And as we've talked before, we've got bridges in the city of Scranton that are in deplorable condition, where they're not safe. We've spent just a ton of money in Naog Park. And, when you look at it, we've got to do a better job. We've got to understand that there are initiatives that need to be taken. Even the playgrounds and everything meant to make the standard of living much better for city and county residents inside the city and visitors, it's been neglected. And as they do projects, they just waste them. And I really hope that the residents of the city understand that we need to rewrite this charter. Okay, we need to protect our assets and put Scrantonians in charge of these assets. You can talk about the recreational authority that's handling Naog Park. A lot of people had negative opinions about that in the beginning. But when you sit down and you listen to what they have to say and you see the direction they want to take the park in, I think we should listen a little bit. And I think we should understand that sometimes ordinary people can do extraordinary things. All they need is one thing, an opportunity, and we've got to give them that opportunity. The politicians, former mayors, councilmen, I'm not thrilled with the way they do business, and they haven't done the right business for this city for a long time. And we've listened to their babble for so long that it'll put you to sleep. We've got to understand one thing. If we want a better city, we have to do something, and we have to do something today. Okay, I'm probably going to wait until next spring before I start collecting signatures for the opportunity to rewrite the charter. But remember one thing, okay, that when we rewrite this charter, we rewrite this for our children and our grandchildren, as our relatives have been here probably for generations. And new people will come, and we want them to stay, and we want to offer them opportunities, jobs, security, okay? A city that is vibrant and moving, not a city that closes at 7 o'clock at night, not a downtown that's a ghost town, but something that's alive, okay? The things that happen with the Scranton Parking Authority in this city and the downtown with all these parking meters, they helped kill the downtown because the city was always looking for revenue for projects it knew it couldn't afford to do, but politics kept pushing the projects forward, and it was a detriment to the residents. Property taxes keep getting pushed forward. They're a detriment to the residents of the city and everybody in this Commonwealth. And the people in the government have to realize that they serve the people, and the people have to realize that they have a covenant with the rest of the residents to make sure that the cost of government stays contained in a way that's sustainable. And all these property taxes, all this wasted grant money, all this silly political stuff they've been doing, it's really hurt us. You know, I just want to give everybody an opportunity to understand that this rewrite of the charter is a work in progress, okay? During the course of the fall and the winter, we've got to put a group together that's capable of going out and making it happen. And will people that are political try to join this group and sidetrack it? Yes, they will. But you know something? We've seen that before. That's why the last charter didn't make it when they wanted to rewrite it. And the most important thing we have in this charter is the survival of this city and control of its elected officials and to regain control financially of this city. And I appreciate all your time. Lee Morgan, 570-604-1212. Look for the videos on ECTV or look for them on YouTube, okay? And get involved because this is your community. And the same thing goes for the county. We've got to rewrite the county, and I intend to keep that a separate issue, and we're going to start talking about that. Thank you.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of ECTV or any entities they represent.